Her first year as a woman. Ain't that something? Beat every in Detroit. She's better than all of you. Does he have to go to the WNBA where he will score 840 points a game?
Dave Chappelle has become a key figure in the discussion over woke culture, challenging its impact on both free speech and comedy. Through his stand-up, he stresses the importance of open debate on controversial topics, insisting that comedy should be used as a platform for social critique. His bold stance continually sparks controversy and conversation.
The rule is that no matter what you do in your artistic expression, you are never, ever allowed to upset the alphabet people.
In his stand-up show, Dave Chappelle directly addressed the controversial issue of the LGBTQ community. It was a risky move, especially after Kevin Hart was in trouble for making similar jokes. But Chappelle, with his years of experience, didn't seem worried. He felt confident in pushing the limits of comedy and wasn't backing down. He made it obvious that his jokes weren't just for laughter, they were intended to challenge the woke movement and call out cancel culture. His statements were forceful and direct, ensuring that his message was loud and clear.
That from the moment he woke up to the time he went to bed at night, he would live his life as Andy Kaufman. I didn't know that. When they said cut, this nigga was still Andy Kaufman.
He then shares his story about meeting Jim Carrey on the set of Man on the Moon. Carrey was so into his performance as Andy Kaufman that he stayed in character all day, even when he wasn't on camera. Chappelle, who only wanted to meet Carrey, became upset and disappointed because he had to pretend Carrey was Kaufman. He compared this odd sensation to how he sometimes feels about gender and identity. Completely confused and caught off guard. It's like, can't we just keep things simple here?
And I always wanted to meet her just so I could understand. I just wanted to have dinner with her so I could just look in her eyes and call her a nigger to her face. The fuck is that?
He has always criticized Rachel Dolezal for saying she's black even though she was born to white parents. He finds her claims ridiculous and calls it woke appropriation of black identity. Chappelle jokes that it's easier to believe in trans people because they go through physical changes to match their identity. He thinks it's harder to accept someone like Dolezal, who claims a racial change without any physical transformation.
Talking about, I identify black. That is trans talk, ladies. Stop biting. Stop biting.
According to Chappelle, it is way easier to believe transgenders than to take people like Rachel Dolezal.
Chappelle joked that while he doesn't quite get the transgender thing, he does believe it when he sees how dedicated people are to their identities. He laughs and responds, "Look, if you're going under the knife to change things up, I know you mean business." For him, that's enough proof. If someone is ready to go that far, he's not going to argue.
Caitlyn Jenner, whom I've met, wonderful person, Caitlyn Jenner was voted Woman of the Year. Her first year as a woman. Ain't that something? Beat every bitch in Detroit. She's better than all of you.
Dave Chappelle thinks it both humorous and strange that Caitlyn Jenner won Woman of the Year in her first year as a woman, beating out other women. He laughs, imagining how some lifelong woman might feel about it. Like, really? I've been here all along. With his usual sharp wit, he points out how sometimes it seems like society's changing the rules mid-game, almost like they're writing a script that doesn't always make sense. Don't miss out on any breaking news and discussion surrounding woke culture. Hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated.
Celebrity hunting season. Doesn't matter what I say, they're gonna get everybody eventually. Like, look, I don't think I did anything wrong, but we'll see.
Chappelle addresses the reality of cancel culture.
Furthermore, he talks about how cancel culture affects everyone, including celebrities. He knows that whatever he says, someone will be upset. He responds with a mix of confidence and acceptance. I don't think I did anything wrong, but we'll see. His joke is more than just making fun of the circumstance. It also makes a point about how easily people can be assaulted in today's society. This also ties into his ongoing conflict with Netflix and the LGBTQ+ community.
It's been said in the press that I was invited to speak to the transgender employees at Netflix, and I refused. That is not true. If they had invited me, I would have accepted it, although I am confused about what we're speaking about.
Dave clears up the whole Netflix drama, saying he actually never got an invite to chat with Netflix's transgender staff, despite what the news might have said. He says that if they had asked, he would have shown up, but he isn't sure what they would have talked about. For him, the issue is less about clashing with the LGBTQ+ community and more about big companies trying to control what he might say. In true Chappelle style, he's like, "Look, I'm just here to do my comedy." But it seems like corporate has its own storyline.
You've come to the wrong show. I'm not fucking with those people anymore. It wasn't worth the trouble. I ain't saying shit about trans people. Maybe 3 or 4 times a night, but that is it.
He expresses his frustration with constantly being pushed to make jokes about trans people, stating that he's tired of it and no longer wants to focus on the topic. He points out that some people believe he needs trans-related jokes to be funny, but he insists that's not true. He's confident in his ability to come up with fresh material, promising the audience that he has a whole new angle that they won't see coming. He's basically saying, "Stick around, I've got way more to bring to the stage than just that."
Tired of talking about them. And you wanna know why I'm tired of talking about them? Because these people acted like I needed them to be funny. Well, that's ridiculous. I don't need you. I got a whole new angle. You guys will never see this shit coming.
Some believe Dave Chappelle's prediction that LeBron James would score over 800 points if he played in the WNBA is unreasonable, but Chappelle stands firm despite the backlash. While promising to ease up on trans jokes, he remains outspoken, exploring topics like pronouns and gender identity with bold commentary. His takes have sparked a mix of fame and flack, but Dave's not exactly sweating it. In his own way, he's keeping the comedy world buzzing, giving woke culture a run for its money without missing a beat. What are your thoughts on Dave Chappelle's take on trans issues and woke culture? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring the bell icon so you always stay updated. See you in the next one.